Running out of money while living in a van should end in disaster. No gas means no heat and no escape. No money means no food, no showers, no phone charge, no way to find work. 7 days with $0 should leave you starving, freezing, and completely stranded. Yet thousands of homeless people living in vans survive weeks at a time with absolutely nothing in their pockets. They're not begging on street corners or committing crimes. They're using specific survival strategies that turn $0 into everything they need to stay alive, clean, fed, and mobile. What do they know about surviving broke that everyone with a bank account never had to learn? Here's the thing about money that most people get completely wrong. They think survival requires cash. Wrong. Survival requires resources. Money is just one way to access resources, and often the least efficient way. Veterans who've lived through broke weeks in vans understand that money is a shortcut, not a necessity. Food exists without money. Warmth exists without money. Water, shelter, showers, electricity, even entertainment exist without money if you know where to look. My grandfather used to say, "A resourceful man is never truly poor." He was talking about farming through hard times, but he wasn't wrong about van survival either. Day 1. Stop all spending immediately. Here is what most people do wrong when money runs out. They spend their last $20 on gas thinking they will figure out food later. Wrong priority. Veterans freeze all spending the moment funds get dangerously low. They assess exactly what they have. How much gas is in the tank, how much food is in the van, how much water, how much phone battery. These resources must stretch 7 days, and wasting any of them on day 1 creates crisis by day 5. The first priority is parking somewhere safe and legal where no movement is required. A church parking lot, a hospital, a Walmart that allows overnight parking, a friend's driveway with permission. The van becomes stationary headquarters for the week. Every mile driven burns resources that cannot be replaced. Veterans park strategically near the resources they will need on foot. Walking distance to food sources, walking distance to water, walking distance to charging opportunities. My grandmother always said, dig your well before you are thirsty. Parking strategy is that well. But here is the catch with stationary parking. Staying too long in one spot attracts attention. Veterans who must remain stationary move their van short distances every day or two, just enough to appear like a different vehicle. 3 blocks east on Monday, 3 blocks west on Wednesday. Same neighborhood, minimal gas usage, but enough movement to reset the clock with anyone watching. Day 2. Secure free food sources. Here's the thing about hunger in America that most people don't realize. You cannot starve in a week. Your body has reserves. But hunger affects decision-making, and bad decisions in a van create cascading problems. Veterans eliminate hunger immediately so they can think clearly about everything else. Churches are the most reliable free food source. Most churches run food pantries at least once per week. Some operate daily. Veterans map every church food pantry in their territory, knowing which days each one operates. Monday at First Baptist, Wednesday at the Methodist Church, Friday at the Catholic parish. One church visit provides 3 to 5 days of food. Canned goods, bread, peanut butter, pasta. Not exciting, but completely functional. Soup kitchens and community meals represent another zero-cost food source. Many cities have organizations serving free hot meals daily. Lunch at the Salvation Army, dinner at the Homeless Coalition, breakfast at the church outreach. Veterans know every meal schedule in their area. 3 free meals per day is entirely possible in most American cities if you know where to show up. But here's what nobody tells you about food pantries. They usually don't ask questions. You don't need to prove homelessness. You don't need ID. You don't need to tell your story. You show up during operating hours, they give you food, you leave. The psychological barrier is harder than the actual process. Veterans who've been through broke weeks treat food pantries like grocery stores. No shame, just practical resource acquisition. Pretty efficient system for a week with $0, right? Day 3. Solve the water problem. Here is the thing about water that becomes critical fast. You need it for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and hygiene. Buying water when broke is impossible, but free water exists everywhere once you know where to look. Public parks often have drinking fountains that work year-round. Veterans fill water jugs at park fountains daily. Some parks have outdoor spigots for garden hoses that provide unlimited water. Gas stations often have water spigots on the side of the building for cleaning windshields. Churches almost always say yes when you knock and ask to fill a water jug. Libraries have drinking fountains and bathroom sinks. The technique is simple. Carry 2 or 3 gallon jugs. Fill them whenever opportunity appears. Never let water supply drop below 1 gallon. Treat water collection as a daily task like checking your phone. Veterans map water sources the same way they map food sources. The McDonald's on 5th Street has a bathroom that's always open. The park on Elm has a fountain that works in winter. The church on Main has an outdoor spigot behind the building. Water mapping ensures the resource never runs out. But here is the catch with water collection. Looking homeless while filling jugs attracts negative attention. Veterans dress presentably and act casually when collecting water. They fill jugs quickly and move on. They don't linger or make the process obvious. A person filling a water bottle at a gym looks normal. A person filling 5-gallon jugs at a gas station spigot looks like they're living in their car. Speed and discretion determine whether water collection remains sustainable. Day 4. Maintain phone and device charging. Here's the thing about phones that makes them survival tools, not luxuries. Your phone is how you find food pantry hours, contact emergency services, apply for jobs, and navigate to resources. A dead phone when broke creates genuine danger. Veterans treat phone charging as a critical survival task. Libraries offer free charging at almost every location. Most have outlets near seating areas specifically for public use. Veterans spend hours at libraries during broke weeks, charging devices while staying warm and accessing free Wi-Fi. Coffee shops often have outlets and don't monitor how long you sit. One small purchase like $1 coffee earns hours of charging time. Many coffee shops don't even require purchase if you're discreet. Churches often allow phone charging if you simply ask. Fast food restaurants have outlets near seating areas. Hospital waiting rooms have charging stations. Airport terminals are open to the public and have unlimited free outlets. Veterans rotate through charging locations to avoid overstaying anywhere. 2 hours at the library, 2 hours at McDonald's, 2 hours at the hospital lobby. Full charge achieved without suspicion. But here's what nobody tells you about staying charged. Power banks extend time between charging sessions dramatically. A $20 power bank purchased during good times provides 3 to 4 full phone charges. Veterans keep power banks charged during money periods specifically for broke periods. The power bank becomes insurance against dead phone emergencies. My grandfather used to say, prepare for winter during summer. Power bank discipline follows the same principle. Day 5. Handle hygiene without paying. Here's the thing about staying clean when broke. Body odor and dirty appearance. Close doors to the resources you need. Food pantry volunteers treat clean people better than dirty people. Job opportunities disappear when you smell. Staying clean while broke isn't vanity, it's strategic survival. Baby wipes become the primary hygiene tool during broke weeks. A $3 pack purchased during money periods lasts weeks when used strategically. Face, armpits and groin wiped daily prevents odor buildup without water or shower access. Veterans call this a pocket shower. 30 seconds of effort maintains basic presentability. Free shower access exists if you know where to look. Many churches run shower programs for homeless individuals once or twice per week. Homeless shelters allow shower access during day services without requiring overnight stays. Some recreation centers have income-based programs that provide free or reduced access. Veterans may every free shower option in their territory before broke weeks arrive. But here's the catch with hygiene when broke. Laundry becomes the harder problem. Some laundromats have community programs that provide free laundry days. Some churches offer laundry services alongside their shower programs. In emergencies, hand-washing underwear and socks in a bathroom sink and drying them in the van maintains the minimum. Veterans prioritize clean underwear and socks over outer clothing because those items cause the worst odor when dirty. Day 6. Generate emergency cash if possible. Here's the thing about $0 that veterans understand. It doesn't have to stay zero. Opportunities to generate small amounts of cash exist everywhere if you're willing to work. Plasma donation centers pay $40 to $50 for first-time donations and $20 to $30 for repeat donations. 2 donations per week is allowed at most centers. That's potentially $80 to $100 per week for sitting in a chair. Veterans treat plasma donation as emergency income that requires nothing but time and a functional body. Day labor opportunities exist in most cities. Standing outside Home Depot or similar stores sometimes produces same-day cash work. Asking at construction sites if they need a laborer sometimes works. TaskRabbit, Craigslist gigs, and similar platforms provide same-day payment opportunities. Scrap metal collection and recycling pays cash immediately. Veterans know which recycling centers pay best for aluminum and copper. But here's what nobody tells you about generating broke week income. The best time to set up these options is before you're broke. Registering for plasma donation during money periods means you can walk in and donate during broke periods. Creating gig platform accounts when you have time means you can accept jobs when you need money. Veterans prepare income sources the same way they prepare food and water sources. The system exists before the emergency. Day 7. Maintain mental stability through routine. Here's the thing about broke weeks that destroys people who don't understand it. The psychological pressure is worse than the physical challenges. Anxiety about money consumes mental energy. Depression creeps in when you feel trapped. Panic decisions waste the few resources you have. Veterans who survive broke weeks successfully all describe the same solution. Routine. Wake up at the same time every day, regardless of circumstances. Complete the same morning hygiene routine. Walk the same route to check on food and water sources. Spend the same hours at the library charging and warming up. Eat meals at the same times. Go to sleep at the same time. The routine creates structure that fights chaos. The routine gives each day purpose when purpose feels impossible to find. Some veterans describe broke weeks as almost mediative once they surrender to the routine. No decisions to make about spending because there's nothing to spend. No anxiety about bills because bills can't be paid anyway. Just focus on today's food, today's water, today's warmth, today's charging. Tomorrow handles itself when today is handled. My grandmother always said, worry about what you can control and release what you can't. Broke weeks teach that lesson deeply, but here's the catch with mental stability. Isolation accelerates psychological decline. Veterans who survive broke weeks best are those who maintain social contact, talking to librarians, chatting with food pantry volunteers, calling family even when the conversations are hard. Human connection provides psychological resources that no amount of food or water can replace. Now here's where everything connects. Veterans don't just survive broke weeks, they prepare for them. They stock the van with emergency food during money periods, canned goods that last months. Peanut butter, crackers, oatmeal. They keep extra water jugs filled. They maintain charged power banks. They purchase baby wipes and hygiene supplies in bulk when money allows. They map every free resource in their territory before emergencies hit. The broke week itself is just executing a plan that was built during better times. Here's the thing about preparedness that changes everything. A broke week with preparation feels manageable. A broke week without preparation feels like crisis. Veterans describe their first unprepared broke week as traumatic and their 10th prepared broke week as almost routine. The difference isn't luck. The difference is systems built before they were needed. So what have we learned? Surviving a week in a van with no money isn't about one secret trick. It's freezing all spending immediately and parking strategically. It's mapping every food pantry and soup kitchen in your territory. It's knowing where free water exists and collecting it daily. It's rotating through charging locations to keep your phone alive. It's baby wipes and free shower programs maintaining hygiene. It's plasma donation and day labor generating emergency cash. It's maintaining routine when chaos threatens mental stability. It's building all these systems before you need them. These aren't just homeless hacks. They're the same resilience principles that carried previous generations through depressions and disasters. The same resourcefulness that survivors have always used when money disappeared, discovered independently by people who needed to survive and couldn't afford the solutions everyone else takes for granted. A week with $0 should be impossible, but humans have survived far longer with far less throughout history. A van, some knowledge, and the willingness to work the system turns impossible into uncomfortable but manageable. Humans are remarkably adaptable when survival demands it, and frankly, that's pretty impressive.